I've always liked muscle cars, American muscle cars. So originally, I'm a mechanic by trade, so I did my time with Rick Van Sweat. So he was my boss, and then Rick sold the business and I carried on as a mechanic with Bill Dunn. And we know all Bill Dunn, he's had the, Paul Bowden's now owned the 68 Camaro. So I've always had that American muscle car blood in my system. But probably one of the person who pushed me the most into motorsport was probably George Shurey. So George started production muscle cars, and he's always going, come on, cheapest chips he calls me, come on cheapest chips, he says, get a car, get a car, get a car. So believe it or not, I bought a VK Commodore from Pukekohe with a little old 308 and a 4-speed, had a blown gearbox. I think I paid $3,800 for it. It's probably worth $50,000 today. It was a blue VK and they're cool. And so I raced that for a little while, and then I decided I wanted to build an American car. So I bought a 74 Pontiac Firebird off some gang members in Tauranga actually. So I went down and picked it up. I think I paid $2,500 for it on trade, the trade and exchange. So I went down there, had my little daughter, she was about 3 years old, and went down and picked it up, and he met him at some shop to buy it, and he says, oh, to start it you can lift the bonnet and hot wire it. I'm going, oh, this is bloody dodgy. So I bought it off this dude. I remember I went to get gas in it, and I thought I better check the trans fluid of the auto, and started up and it was in gear. And there's my daughter in this Pontiac backing up down onto the middle of the state highway. So I dived in it, shut it off. So I brought that Pontiac, took it back to work, and then went to totally stripping it and built motor, put a 4-speed in it. And I did probably 3 or 4 meetings with production, but they only allowed wet sumps, and I just couldn't handle the blow-ups all the time. So I thought, oh, no, this is probably not me. It's too unreliable. So then I think it was, wouldn't trade and exchange maybe again or something, but the Udi 65 Mustang came up for sale. So that was sitting in Hamilton in one of their warehouses down there. So I remember when I was a sales rep, I used to go to Ken Hopper's or Anderson's shop they had in Brighams Creek Road, and I remember seeing that car there, and it was just like, wow, look at this Mustang, it's a beautiful car, and went down there and saw Malcolm, and I was able to purchase off him, and got to know Steve Hildred, so in the early days, and the car was a little bit outside the realm. It was a ex-Super GT car, so it had a big wing in that, so, and had an aluminium race block in it, so I changed it accordingly and started with Central, and I think yeah, my first race with Central was probably late 99, 2000, somewhere around there I think, and obviously then went to Australia with them, had a bit of an accident over there, and during that time, just a camaraderie, met some really good people who have become really good friends of mine. Obviously Steve Noy at Moselle, what he's done for me, he's been pretty phenomenal. He's a hell of a good joker, Steve. He's a competitive little bastard. He's a better driver than me too, I'll say that on camera, but never mind. But met Steve Noyer and Brycey and Russell and all the boys from Moselle are really good jokers, and just a camaraderie. And when the car was crashed, those boys repaired it all, and Andrew Turner from Nortec did all the wiring for me. Beautiful job, and just the workmanship of these people and the knowledge they have is bloody good. And I think the Central people who are involved in it are very successful in life, and they're just good people to be around, and they're positive, and they really inspire you to do well in life. And my car's probably, I probably drive it, I should say, at 70%. It's probably got a 30% left, but that's just me as a driver, and I've just got to come to the conclusion, hey, my car's as best as I can drive as a driver. And you can really tell now we've got those professionals, ex-race car drivers coming in. They are the next level above. And I don't think I'll ever be there, but they've introduced that class, that 1B class, for the older, I'd say more period cars, probably a little bit outside Group 2, but really not Group 1. And that's been bloody good. Me and Toden Boyden have got a real battle going on. Andrew Turner will come back when he gets his car handling sorted. But Steve Scholes, I'd like to see him up here again. He's a bloody good joker to race against, the South Island man. And there's numerous others in the 1B. I think there's about 8 to 12. Rodney Heads has come on board with a cool car. That's a period car, probably in a very similar era to mine. And he's getting that sorted. That'll be quick. It'll be quick here today actually, because it's a bit of a driver's track. I think not so much horsepower, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I've got a D3 Roush engine, but I've sold it actually. I've decided, my car was Windsor based. It's a little Windsor. I'm just going to leave it. It's got steel doors and wind up windows. I'm not going to bastardise it. It's what it is now. I'm just going to be happy in what I've got. I don't think if I put a bigger engine in or more horsepower, it probably won't improve me as a driver. You know, brakes and through the turns, I've really got to, that's probably where I could make up a lot of my time. If I could put together, you know, every corner good for one lap, I'd do a bloody good time. But, you know, only get 2 or 3 in a lap, that's good. The rest is shit, you know, but it's a bloody lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, you know, I really enjoy it. It's great. Just mainly it's the people, you know, the Bruce Ketts and all those, you know, all those people, the Foggy, he's a dag, and, you know, and then you've got Porter coming along and other people like that who are just good people. Yeah, really good people, you know. So.